Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, another exhilarating Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane. We're off here to an ecstatic 2 versus 2 on the road to Kharkov. We shall be watching Twister and DanielID here fighting for the Soviet Union and the 45th Guards Tank Corps versus Ginnungagap and Domingway here fighting for Germany. For the Reich. Taking on the fight here for the 5th SS Panzerdivision Viking. And we are noting here immediately mechanized support and a support bomb company is up here for DanielID, whereas we can notice here a special rifle command for Twister. Commanders for Twister are not chosen, but mechanized support as well. Guard Rifle and Soviet Shock Army. Looking at Domingway, starting out with an MG42, getting some ideas afterwards when heading Spearhead. Elite troops and mechanized assault. Mechanized assault might be able to sort of give him a quick early boost in the beginning, in particular considering the other players might go less on infantry. And Ginnungagap, who's gone straight on for Spearhead. So spearheading survey here. Popping back to Daniel, who's actually spreading out awfully far. I mean, it seems like he wants to support Twister, but at the same time, the way he's sort of setting up everything here can have a slight backside, and he might be able to, at one stage, then have to manage too much and too far away on the map, which could lead to some units getting lost. I mean, you have to pay attention to those things, because your attention is as well a resource you can only sort of manage over so much. So keep that in mind, in particular to the newer players. Don't bite off more than you should. Of course, Daniel here, along with Twister being more veteran players, of course, might be able to better handle it. But nonetheless, I do still feel like it's something that warrants being pointed out. Troops having been noting here, the Germans sort of focusing up on the right-hand side, but while here tonight cover, good move there. MG42 from Domingway, covering Pioneers, quickly retreating, Grenadiers coming points there. Now seeing Ginnungagap moving up here, looks like either an MG42 or Grenadiers taking up positions inside that house. Scout car raking away there with a 50 caliber. Taking some light damage there. Grenadiers actually getting out, an interesting move there. They're pulling up into this behind the stone wall, and we do see a maximum here from DanielID trying to get a firepower. We'll see a rather aggressive rush already here from DanielID, sensing a spot here between the two German forces. He rushes in and lays down a mine. Pretty ballsy stuff, in particular coming off the viewpoint. Well played there. Very well played there. We do see Twister finding a bit of inch support, but really that was just damn clever. A man to cut off the Germans there initially and might even risk doing some serious damage there with the mine. Oh, there we go! Grenadier squad already went down there within the first few minutes. An absolutely amazing coup de main attempt right there by DanielID with support from Twister. Really paid off there, cutting off the German few and wiping out the Grenadier squad. Absolutely vicious play already right there. Konski's pushing up there, holding up things a bit while Grenadiers are trying to flank in slowly, but at the same time with the Maxim. At the same time with all these Grenadiers, they might be able to sort of sneak up around here, get behind things, and get behind the Maxim. More Maxims are around here for Daniel, who's now getting more infantry. Good. You can't just live on support weapons alone, you need infantry. Maxim setting up here to come and attempt from the centre, and immediately puts a stop right there to Domingway's Grenadier. Meanwhile, Pioneer trying to wire off this area, quickly being halted there by the scout car, the M3A1. One of several American Lend-Lease vehicles provided to the Soviet Union, alongside the larger M5, and of course a lot of trucks. Never mind boots and other supplies.
Gun crew standing by. Watch out!
We're going there for the victory point. In fact, looks like the search already secured the vast majority of victory points in the first few minutes. Pushing up here, we see some snipers here from a Twister. Conscripts sneaking as well, laying a bit of pressure to both sides. A bit light in infantry, but otherwise ensuring they have some support weapons or other things forward. Doing alright here with it. And rather laying it down, the Germans are actually quite heavy on infantry, perhaps a bit lacking in support weapons. So far, nicely played there. But again, absolutely outstanding work right there. And we're noting an early fuel cache up for Daniel. So clearly the Surge already have a bit of a plan there for the longer term. Never mind, it's also right here at the cut-off point, so it serves a dual function, of course, ensuring they won't get cut off from the fuel point as well. So definitely some sharp thinking there. Good prioritization in terms of where to put it. That's definitely going to make any kind of harassment towards this point a lot harder. Of course, they'll lose more if it happens, but at the same time, in the meanwhile, they can make things a lot harder, buy themselves more time. We see the Soviets continue to push on. The German resistance seems to be slacking off a bit. Looks like they're reorganizing some kind of greater move, but question is, of course, what is there? Go again, cutting off the fuel point. No mines or anything sort of laid down to perhaps even cover this. Tools reinforcing and everything. I like the mechanized company is up for Domingway, but so far nothing showing himself of it. Over to Twister. Quick pants out here versus Scout Car, but at the same time the Grenadiers here taking heavy damage. They could in fact risk losing their lives in service of Germany. Right then, Frando and Maxim on the retreat. Bad news, there we do see a 2-2-1 arriving here for Domingway. Grenadiers pushing forwards. Ginnungagap leading up the cylinder, and looks like a mortar is arriving as well. Domingway now really adding in some of the bigger stuff. About time. Will he upgrade the scout car though with the 2-2-2? That could prove helpful as well. And there we go. Auto cannon up. Heavy rounds rake the area. And what is this? We're noting here the 251s or 257. Bananas in there for Wagner, arrives there for Ginnungagap. Commates moving up, Gunskip supporting. Bit of troops being pushed away from both sides. But there's definitely going to be quite a bit of artillery there in service of the Germans right now. That might make things a bit here for Twister and DanielID difficult, as they'll be able to lay down a rather murderous fire.
You want me?
And snipers in particular need to be careful. Right there, that should give the Germans a bit of force to make their advance with. Skarka here, they need to be careful. Can't go too easily rush forward. He hit it with an anti-tank grenade, so he does need to be a bit careful there with his scout car, Mr. Domingway. Grenadiers kicking into press by Maxim covering the left flank. Good job there. Finally regaining the munition. And also again, still retaining that one MG42 here. I mean, if he really wants to sort of keep it guarded, I think in overall he should consider then very soon a machine gun bunker, freeing up the MG42 for more mobile duties. Out shooting now, Grenadiers in the building. That's not exactly the acme of artillerymanship. There we go. Scout car sees can find an opportunity to do some damage to the conscript, cutting down several on the retreat, and they'll play it. In fact, we're noting here the centre's rather open. Although conscript is ready here to backslash forward, keeping Domingway's scout car in check. Good job there. He might want to actually shift it over here and sort of try and get behind the Maxim, clearing that out. That could open things up on the western flank. Anyways. Fresh part Y going out from Ginnungagap. MG42 could shift a bit forwards. There's the option there and go incendiary rounds as well. So where the fiery bomb of doom. Oh, right there on the enemy mortar crew. DanielID's mortar crewmen feeling the fires of Hades consume them. And there we go. Dead. Pioneers here trying a desperate stand versus the conscript, realizing they don't quite have what it takes at the moment. Really just vision introduction, and there go Grenadiers pushing up the left flank, but quickly being stopped here again by Maxim and some conscript with sniper support here from Twister, the twisted one. Making a rush there for the mortar. Scout coming up and just raking these conscripts. Doing alright here. Already 11 kills and veterans 1, and we are noting here a second mortar after arrives for Ginnungagap. A bit rarer to see what he's actually getting, a rather mobile mortar battery then to bombard his opponents with. That is definitely going to be quite lethal here for our Bolshevik friends. Panzers here being rushed off. And we could see another squad loss here, that would definitely hurt the Germans. There we go, a Panzer squad down. Bunker up there, munitions cache up as well, mortars continue to fire away here. Ginnungagap's 2 mortar half-decks joining in the final one. Maxim squad here versus 3 Grenadiers. It's not going to last much longer, I suspect. And there we go, more incendiary around, just more Russians being lit on fire as if though there are candles. Of the more vodka-soaked kind, mind you. So now we have 3 mortars here for the Germans. 2 mortar half-track and 1 more regular Granatenwerfer. That's quite a bit of light artillery, and that's definitely going to do something, can lay down a lot of pressure. I've been noting here for Twister, he's actually getting himself an assault gun, partly probably to deal with the light vehicles, but also partly with some artillery support as well. So that should do some good here for the Soviet Union. The SU-76 being based on the T-70 chassis and was quite popular with the Soviets as well. They used a lot of them. And it was in fact their primary infantry support weapon. Little fun fact there. Mortar half-tracks continue to bombard away here. Killing indiscriminately in the name of the Reich. Interestingly enough, they never tried mounting a larger mortar in a half-tank. I wonder how that could have gone. If they mounted here 12 centimeter, anyways. Might be the half-tech couldn't hold to it. Anyways, more troops are noting a second sniper team here for him, and we're also noting Soviet Shock Army, and we're noting conscripts now are being heavily equipped with PPH-41s. But you're noting, of course, the Germans are now really pushing back here. The mortar half-tracks and overall other half-tracks really providing a sound base of fire. But there we go. SU-76 is up. Now it's time to go over here to Domingway, who's rather low in infantry. I mean, he suffers some rather heavy losses. He's been a bit aggressive and not thinking things through, I think. And we're noting here, no commander choice yet, while I think everybody else spun him as chosen one. Another incendiary around here. Mortars continue to fire away. SU-76 going in here for the kill. Nothing to have against it. No packs or anything. The only threat here being a Panzerfaust. And he's here fighting. We're seeing a bit of further advance up here. Domingway should consider some fresh infantry and some methods to try and keeping them alive for a bit longer. Checking up here as well. No sign of a building so far though. Guardsman here supported by Maxim. The scout heading where he can, but of course against the guardsman he has to be doubly careful. And meanwhile the main push though is on the left hand side. We're seeing here the Germans and so sort of shifting things from side to side, trying to sort of outmaneuver each other. That is good. That is good. And here, of course, the scout car realises it's not going to much like, and also knowing here a bit of a merge going on there from DanielID. Lovely job. 24 kills and virtually 2 already on this mortar, taking me only 11 minutes in the game. Impressive work right there. Impressive work. But there goes the 6 pushing forward against the near squad here. A lone squad versus a lot of Russians there. The light machine gun allowing them to do quite a bit of work there in the service of Germany. And there you go, Maximum Crew rather torch. The snipers continue their bit of work as well. Snipers will need to be careful with that many mortar half-tracks. They could end up finding themselves on the receiving end of a bomb from above. Scout car needs repairs, so before to continue here. There go incendiary rounds. Snipers though continue to avoid a high explosive death at the hands of the crews of the mortar half-tracks. Quite splendidly. Domingway is beginning to float an awful lot of resources. Come on, Domingway, spend it, spend it. You've got options for plenty of infantry here. Do it. Do it. Trying to rush here. A bit of a combination here between the SU-6 and the conscripts, but no. Pack 40 is finding around there. We got the SU-6. Takes a hit, flying up the entire thing as the munition cooks off, leaving poor Yuri on the side and slightly wondering if perhaps he should not have been a bit more careful. And there we go. Veterancy 1. Yeah, we deserved a promotion. We have only killed 5 guys so far. Oh, scheiße. Mine's going up there, nice spot there. We're seeing here the mortar takes once more again. It's currently proving to probably one of the more vital and useful assets here for the Germans so far. Ready to lay down another hailstorm of... Oh, good lord, mine went off, killing a combat engineer squad. Snipers here, the one squad already veteran with 20 kills. Well played there, and we've seen more infantry pushing in the centre now being slightly pressured here. Mortar attacks could perhaps move a bit further. And we are noting here no further sign of any armour from the Germans. For the Soviets, of course, we do have the mechanized armour company and now tanky people in command. So the Soviets are ready to escalate the fight further. The Germans seem a bit more reluctant, and still no commander here from Domingway. And there you go, finally rushing in there, trying to get some anti-tank grenades off. The scout car could finally go down here to Russian angry anti-tank grenade might, and there we go. Oh, it's still holding up, but there we go, finally goes down in a blaze of bullets and glory. Panzer grenades are running here for Ginnungagap, laying down some successive fire anyways. And this assault rifle shock troops charging in here from Twister, but coming in intensify here from the Grenadiers with light machine guns and other goodies. Mortar half-tracks are continuing to provide a murderous rain of support for the German infantry. Already having rating 37 kills. They definitely got reason to be proud of themselves. And the closer this one hits veteran infantry, I mean that's going to be really nasty. Then of course allowed to support further while staying away safer. Guards seems to be pushing in towards us. I mean there's really a lot of action now. These centres just being pushed up by 2 Maxims. Nothing else. The Russians' left flank is slowly beginning to collapse here under pressure. More incendiary rounds here, trying to catch as many of the machine gun crews here. And looks like DanielID is realising he needs to pull back. Popping out to Ginnungagap, who's definitely got more infantry. And we are noting here a fuel cache going up, so fuel cache and a munitions cache. Interesting enough, no caches here, though they do have a machine gun bunker there providing cover.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Grenadier squad here, not holding up well. There's just Heinz all alone in the building, with the Russians roaming around outside. Trying to catch those two snubs there. Not quite succeeding. Russian counterattack is mounting, and we're noting a scout canal from Ginnungagap. Noting no sign of further tech. In fact, seems like he's not even teched to tier 2. Could be playing here Tiger tanks, maybe. I mean, that would be an idea. They're a bit risky and a bit, well, in some regards, flat if he's not careful. We'll, of course, have to see how that works out.
We have new units. Half-track ready. Half-track ready. Infantry has engaged us.
Lots of mortar rounds, and there go Counterport moving in. Looks like they could get it. Looks like they could at least damage it. Nope. Oh, there we go. Then these are nearby building pencils moving in, rushing away, trying to avoid not having to retreat. And there go T-34s rolling in, incendiary rounds going off in the mortar. People being lit on fire. Again. Well, not the same people, obviously, but you know, the act that someone's being lit on fire is happening again. Massive infantry push going on the left side, and S-35 now finding anti-tank support while the T-34 supports the centre. So two successive assaults going in here from the Soviets on both parts, though at the same time, note they're not on the far side of each map, they're sort of on the other side, they're just sort of trying to they can easily support each other if something goes wrong, or if one stalls, essentially, they can shift. And right here, the left flank and the centre is actually being pushed back, both of them, lacking a bit anti-tank support of any kind. Half-track's being pushed back here, still laying down the kills. The near squad here cut off from their own, encircled and left to die. Not uncommon on the Eastern Front, though, tragically. Panzer up for these Panzer Grenadiers. Ginnungagap some way away from a Tiger tank. He needs the manpower now, the manpower. To call himself a real man. No, not that. And looks like here a heavy Panzer Corps is up, and he notes here for a Panzerwerfer. I think with 3 mortars out, I think a Panzerwerfer is a bit excessive, in particular when your opponent has tanks and tank destroyers out. I think you should have aimed for either a Panther or maybe a Sturm Panzer IV is a bit bold. I don't think a Panzerwerfer is going to add much more. I think that was a bit of a silly decision right there by Domingway, if I have to be honest. Infantry are getting pounded into the dirt. 36 in closing in on Infantry here. Scout car took one hell of a hit there from the 85. Infantry there getting blasted away as well. 40 kills already here on the Granatenwerferwagen. Impressive work. Other 2 mortars not quite having the same rate of success as this one. And there goes smoke going down. Could it be that he's actually laying down the smoke, or is it someone else? Well, it looks like to have been the Germans, since the only other thing that could smoke was this one, and that's pointing in another direction. Another Panzerwerfer barrage. They're falling rather short.
Things are getting hot here.
I think you should try and move it up closer again, so to get less scatter on it, and then try to drive it more predictably against the enemy infantry. Pack 40 infantry falling back, quickly leaving that a bit more on his own. Half-track need repairs. Right hand side could see a bit more action. I mean, there's getting a bit passive there. Looks like DanielID is mounting for another vicious attack.
Awaiting orders.
More incendiary rounds. Lots of them, in fact. Also noting the Soviets have a ton of munitions. In particular, Twister here is floating a massive amount of them. And here we go, almost veteran free already. The other one now gaining metro into as well, increasing rate of fire and scatter overall, or decreasing scatter that matter, meaning overall firing faster and more accurate. T-34 here moving in, clearing up the right hand side, which has been rather limited. Bare of any anti-tank defences. Good job in taking marks of that. Actually 5 fired through the ruins of poor Farmer Yuri's house. While a lone Grenadier squad holds out here in the increasingly ruined house. More Panzer there for fire, and again, it doesn't strike me as being very particularly effective. I think Domingway needs to reconsider his firing methods there. Oh no, he could lose the veteran fleet, or veteran too close to veteran fleet half attack. He should maybe consider popping smoke. Smoke! Ah! It should have gone for the smoke. Oh well. Too late for that now. Definitely a massive loss right there for Ginnungagap, since that could always be very good if he'd gone to Veteran C3. Over to DanielID, who's already got a bombing strike ready. Marked vehicle as well. Overall, he's got a decent looking force here, although he could get more armor easily. He's got tons of fuel as well. In fact, both Soviet players have gotten tons of fuel, though, of course, he might here be in for the ISU-152. More Panzerwerfing. Still not doing an awful lot
defend this territory.
to deter the Russians from breathing and continually existing. And there we go, the right hand side falling under advantage. T-34 followed up by some comrades. Bunker here being cleared out from the flank. Once more, the Germans are finding themselves being pushed back in the face of harsh and unyielding Soviet aggression. And there we go, 8 Panthers arrived, took him sure as hell long enough. Panther can't bank, there go, T-34 taking hits after hits from rockets, and the Panther might get us, but there we go. Bombing strike going in, the Sturmmaker's on the way, the alternating here, a Tiger has arrived. Got it is, get away! Zurückfallen! Nein! Oh, that was damn close, that could easily result in a lot of dead men there for Domingway. Now this all going in there, Panzerwehr first. Katyusha's out for Twist as well. Lots of rockets. Engineer units. Murder to a man. Or was that a max mile away? And there goes strafing runs. Prompting them to fall back. Tigers supporting the Panther here. 5th SS apparently really laying in with everything it's gotten. And can't get its hands on. Oh, T-34 here spotted by the Panther. Can the T-34 escape the wrath of the Panther while the target him? Rolls up the centre with his 88mm gun. And there we go. T-34 kaput. And a quick anti-tank grenade there. Successfully penetrates and damages the engine on the Tiger. But now the Germans do possess a greater modicum of armour, which should be able to present a bit more of a threat. Also, he had 2 Katyushas out for Truce. He's really adding into material then. Though no, he's keeping it at maximum range, which does mean it won't be as effective. There's the increased scatter on it, so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Trying to pull that Tiger out there while the H-85 advances. Panther flanking in. Panther flanking in. Couldn't hide loiter there, and there we go. Flanking, but at the same time with the damaged engine, things might get slightly more unpleasant now. You should consider actually pulling back that Panther right now. There we go. Panther buttoned up as well. He might lose that Panther there. Bit reckless from there. Go popping smoke, considering the commanders he has. I think that either means spearhead or leech. And considering I don't think he's been a Dark 2 spearhead, he's gone for the enemy armour. Another engineer on right here, catching a lot of troops in the fire, burning away, lots of rockets, another H-85, and the Panther went down.
Our unit count is increasing.
And there we go, ISU-152 is being pulled up here, front line. Actually had a bit of goodness there to Daniel. More pioneers would be good to have to repair that Tiger tank now, Mr. Ginnungagap.
Contact!
And we are noting here a Tiger is now ranked for Domingway, so not really much use there, I think, of his commander. The elite troops, a bit of a shame there, a bit dull. But let's see if we can actually pull something off that Tiger race, if it's just going to be a waste of resources. Because there'll be a lot of resistance there with 2 SU-5s and an ISU-152. That means a lot of fire that can, to a certain extent, rapidly go in. But 2 Tiger tanks at the moment, a lot of half-tracks and mortars and other things. And I think the Panzerwerfer is still there somewhere. Or did that go kaboom as well? Looks like it. Infantry are getting absolutely shattered. And popping over here to Twister. This fight for victory continues.
Points stand between us and defeat.
With this SU-5 already being close to Veteran 2 and thus much higher rate of lethality towards enemy armour. But there we go, 2 Tiger tanks here lining up. One considerably more veteran elite than the other. Snipers and conscripts here fighting versus a lone Canadian squad. That's not going to last very long. And there you go, Comet is trying to push to the right hand side, immediately find itself barred in its approach. And I think DanielID is making a bit of a mistake. He's bringing the ISU-152 there like a tank. Sadly though, it seems like the Germans are not ready to sort of play match up. There we go though. Oh, Garsman trying to bomb at the same. Oh, bombing strike there, sacrificing themselves to allow a bombing strike to counter Tiger. Doing a bit of damage there, but sadly not quite there. Tiger tanking versus the ISU-152. Still mixed strafing. A second Tiger arrives. The ace needs to move forward. There we go. Blitzing ahead. Flanking the SU-5. Needs to turn quickly on the ISU-152. Another SU-5 there. Oh, firing shot bounces though on the side of the Tiger. One more shot. Fire, Yuri. And there we go. Veteran 2 increasing rate of fire. Tiger needs to turn, but at the same time, it might not get it in time. There we go, before as the turret turns all the way around the edge, it's all going to get 3 shots in, 2 of them penetrating. I mean, with a high rate of fire, it can probably shoot every 2 times for the Tiger fires. And there we go, out, Tiger barely standing, the SU-5 went down. Tiger race continues, second Tiger rolls up. And what is this? Tiger here trying to escape. Veteran G1. And there we go, Tiger Ace rushing straight into the base. Anti-tank grenade failed to penetrate the Indian block, and there we go, 2 Katyushas down. Tiger went out of control. An absolutely devastating blow here landed versus the Soviets. A few mines might have helped. Overall, though, really chaotic, and certainly was able to get the most out of the Tigers. Of course, the question is, was that SU-5 really necessary to get that close? I mean, he could easily see it, so why? He moved it up that close down. Must admit, is a bit of an odd decision from Twister. Still right here, the Tiger Ace gets away, heavily damaged, but still escapes. And certainly was able to do an awful lot of damage here. Of course, had there been some mines here, it probably wouldn't have gone so badly for them. That, of course, isn't then. Anyways, second Tiger follows up here, another SU-5 rolls in, and looks like an aircraft is going in from the Germans. Aerial recon or fragmentation. Looks like reconnaissance. Tiger moves along. There you go, SU-5 gets off a shot there. Another shot there, almost halfway. Tiger is receiving vital repairs. SU-5 could probably creep on it though, using this little bit of focus sight.
This ground for the people.
Close air support is available.
There we go, shots fired. First shot fails to penetrate. Second shot fails to hit. Great shot there, Yuri. Lots of air reconnaissance and other fun going in there, and Storm expecting run. Turning into the Grenadiers and transfers with abandon.
We heard you.
Both Tiger tanks are hanging about. And time for the mid-game analysis. So, what is the situation here for our compadres, our enemies in arms? Well, for the Soviets, they're kind of a bit on the back foot. I mean, they just suffered a rather grievous blow, losing several assault guns, a heavy assault gun, which definitely hurts as well, and several Katyushas. I mean, they still got plenty of infantry. We are seeing here force so quickly rebuilt, and there's definitely the snipers also still keeping up the kill rate, basically sort of that way, draining out the Germans, ensuring they can't push ahead too far either. But still, I mean, they are reeling, and they definitely need to sort of quickly rebuild things, and they need to sort of somehow perhaps knock out the Tiger Ace and the other Tiger. I mean, they're definitely going to be the primary threats for this fight. Though at the same time, currently, due to how things are going, the west side is also extremely open, so if the Soviets were to quickly pull off an advance here, they could definitely regain some ground and perhaps force the Germans a bit back on the foot as they try to then rebuild an attack for here. I mean, there are some options there, because currently the Germans, while a bit victorious, can't really hold as much currently, so there's the chance here for the Soviets sort of break out elsewhere, though again, they need to keep a constant eye here on the Tiger Ace and also the other Tiger here from Ginnungagap. Definitely some threats ahoy there, to put it mildly. A howitzer could also be an idea, but otherwise more H-35s, perhaps some fresh fuel caches might provide a bit of an aid there for our Russian friends. Looking over here to Domingway and the Germans. I mean, again, small forces here. Domingway has been a bit, well, reckless. He's still got plenty of manpower, so should probably begin filling out the gaps. They get a pack, get some support weapons, some infantry out there, and begin pushing back at the Russians. Maybe troop train up some units here and there, perhaps even help his teammate get some Tigers up to that level. I think that might benefit him a bit, to have some of his Tigers a bit more veterans, so that perhaps we can get some blitzkrieging on. Jawohl. So that might be an idea as well for them, but really again, the sort of here is a bit the weak point. They need to send something in, and that would probably be Ginnungagap's cue to roll over the Tiger to sort of quickly prop up the western flank before that collapses under a Soviet counter-attack. Otherwise, Domingway needs to begin using more, and Ginnungagap, you know, might consider saving up for this, or just, you know, getting something else. And so far, no sign of taking on at all there either. So back to Domingway here, as we are shifting over to the Germans, and back to the fight. Sorry about that. And there we go, Tiger rolling forwards, opening up, Communists trying to get that victory point back, things are there by the way, and also in terms of damage. We're seeing Ginnungagap here and Twister both leading the way, with both of their teammates then sort of trailing behind. There you go, Guardsmen versus Panzers here charging forwards. Panzers are definitely a bit of trouble here, need to fall back, so quick fun grenade off. A bit slow there though, killing only one Russian, and looks like they might escape just barely. Ensuring that the Germans here don't suffer entire spotless. And there you go, Grenadiers in the machine gun bunker. Down to one man though. Slinking away there with his machine gun, trying to dodge sniper bullets. But there you go, constant submachine guns cutting off the tree path. Might they get him, or will he pull off a bit there by Lucky Heinz? Looks like he did, Machine gun bunker here, streaming. It's a 90 chime by the way to the snipers. Snipers can't snipe that bastard. And there you go, Guardsmen advancing and straight into the Tiger's line of fire. And there you go, Grenadiers with Gewehr for the trees. And a light machine gun, really heavily armed Grenadier there. And we're noting another Granatenwerfer here. We're noting this one veteran increasing the range, allowing Ginnungagap's mortar there to back support from further away. Ach ja. And there you go, field gun is being manhandled forwards in an attempt to clear out that bunker from any fascist presence. And this one also still fighting, so two veterans, 3 mortars, one considerably more mobile than the other. And there goes Snipers acting as a spot here for the field gun. Oh, he could, yes, incendiary rounds going down there, but it might be too late. Might be too late here, as every mortar, I imagine, in the area is trying to knock it out. And there we go, incendiary rounds, forcing the field gun into the line of fire of the machine gun, but I don't think it will get the crew there fast enough. And there we go, destroyed.
Sniper fire!
By the People's Committee for the Destruction of Fascist Bunkers. Anyway, second SU-5 here arriving for Twister.
Taking rounds!
Well, a smaller force sneaks in there between the ruined houses and the fences. Pans are going to be doing what they can, but with a bit of lack of infantry weapons, they are going to be a bit hard pressed. More infantry charging, it looks like. Daniel here is just making one hard push for the center. Tiger Tank using another bunker. Ace could actually do something, but for some reason, Domingway's not pushing out. Noting out Panzerwerfer here for him now. Might try and catch a sniper. Then there you go. Veteran 3, Veteran 2 now. It's just reached Veteran 1, and this will be a nice little trifecta there. Snipers are awfully close. Another Veteran 3 sniper. Deadly work abound. It looks like Twister's on the move here. Gaspman, SU-5s and conscripts. Tiger needs to turn around here. Lots of rockets, lots of units clustered around here. And oh! Gott im Himmel! 2 sniper teams down, and those were the Veteran 3 snipers. Gaining this one, an instant Veteran 1. Scheisse! Tiger is here rushing in. Blitzkrieging, SU-5 here. The other one needs to quickly turn around. Are there any mines to slow the advance of the Tiger Ace? No, instead we're seeing Mark Bill increasing damage done on it, and we're noting here SU-152 also moves up. Tiger Ace desperately trying to get out of there, but let's realise that things are about to get a bit ugly. And not for the enemy. They've got quickly pulling up behind here. Tiger number 2 providing with the support there. Lots of strafing runs, smoke as well, it would seem. Or someone packed a lot of flour in that house. There we go, smoke rounds going down. Not sure for what purposes though. And there you go, the Beast Slayer is here, or at least the other Beast Slayer, the first one having been slain by the Beast, as many Beast Slayers ends up. In a great deal of irony. Gaspman nearly be kept. Oh! 2 men still alive after the Panzerwerfer left the Raketen and crushed their brothers in arms. 2 SU-5s here holding up, both close to 15, one the other one moving up. Another prowling taking on there. Something went kaboom right there, looks like a bunker maybe, or a mortar crewman who'd snuck out a bit too far. Big clip point in the hands of the Russians. Tiger and Tiger could try and push up here. The right flank would definitely be right for it. It's a bit more open. And currently the 2 SU-5s also split up. And one is in focus sight, which definitely needs things on here for a Tiger assault. Ginnungagap seems to be slowly rolling his forwards. With a ponderous intent. Incendiary rounds fly 2-5s. Dead lighting the ground. Oh, squat went down there. Some punch effects. But there guys, you 152-5s, one hell of a shot between the trees and lands it right on top of everything. Tiger moves, Ace will move up, come on Domingway. Another set of Panzerwerfer rockets, snipers there getting pummeled mercilessly. This time though, with a slightly higher chance of not getting murdered though, it would seem. Ace blitzing forwards. And there goes Tiger with Mark Vehicle on it, taking an absolutely ungodly flashing. One volley and that thing was practically already wiped out there. I mean, do not underestimate the potency of Mark Vehicle. Tiger is not continuing here versus the SU-5s. Other one here with an exposed rear of the shot there. There we go, falling into the rear. Platoon hit Veteran 2. Tiger down. And there you go, Veteran 2 exposing the rear to the field gun as well. Right here, Domingway has made a catastrophic judgment in error and judgment, not judgment in error. That I think is something entirely different. Popping smoke, but not necessarily in the right way. And right here, the hubris of Domingway has come to bite him in the arse. As you see here, Veteran 2 SU-5 knocks it out. Plus a Tiger lost here. Heavy loss of death to the Schwerer Panzerabteilung. Dispatched for the 5th SS. More rockets going in.
Pioneers ready for anything.
Now the Tiger prowls forward. And right here looks like the Panzerwehr has actually managed to stop the infantry from advancing, but at the same time realises its tiny machine gun is not going to be sufficient deterrent here. Tiger is trying to catch up, but is having about as much success as something very slow trying to catch up to something not very slow.
Yes.
And again, the lack of infantry here from Domingway is really making it hard for him to cover anything. He needs to get some more troops out of the field, and so does Ginnungagap, to be honest. The German front line, and certainly this part here, is certainly looking heavily ravaged. Rockets and everything scoring that bit of ground, and only one building really standing left. Everything else has, well, sort of more in this particular area has been left a burned crisp.
Tiger ready.
Half track awaiting orders.
Ready.
Archery they're being repaired. The S-85 ready to hunt down some fascist tanks based on the T-34 chassis, armed with an 85mm gun, the same as the T-3045, which in fact meant once the T-3045 came out in sufficiently large numbers, the T-34 or the S-35 was actually stopped. Later, the S-35 came about, which was a slightly bigger S-35 with a bigger gun, basically. And there we go, one hell of a hit there on the Grenadiers and Panzer Grenadiers. Tiger advances.
Tiger here.
And Counter gets rushed off.
Panzerkampfwagen Tiger awaiting orders.
More mortar rounds going in. And smoke again. I mean, there seems to be someone who's actually fond of using smoke, which is nice, but in this department always ends up being a bit too late, ending up helping the enemy more. But there you go, situation 5, tracking up there. Good job, Yuri. Tiger forced to pull back. They would seem now they're 65 moving in there, and the RC-152 carrying the centre like a mighty sentinel. Lots of rounds, lots of death. Mortar crew 2 got a direct hit there, and well, no survivors. Let's just keep it at that. And a bunker went down as well. The German defences seem to be collapsing now utterly. Tiger rolling it, field gun firing. If that thing gets eventually, that's certainly going to be a nightmare. There you go, Panzer Squad trying to do a bit of work there. But the IC-152 and a large Soviet infantry force. There we go, straight fragmentation bombing run. Will the Russians pay attention? Or will they just move ahead and ignore it?
Engaging enemy armor.
Actually, oh, almost wiping out an entire guard squad there behind a DP. Wrecking another building. That wasn't too bad.
Retreat.
That 40 moving up. Tiger moving in, mortar architect still there. Definitely still providing quite the cornerstone here for the German efforts. Back to DanielID, his infantry being more and more crippled and more reliant on combat engineers, it would seem. And his IC-152 closing on Veteran 2, and he's getting an T-70. I imagine he's going to get it for spotting purposes or maybe harassment purposes. Those would be my initial thoughts on the matter. I could be wrong, and he has something in mind. But this Tiger searching, and there we go, marked vehicle again, allowing the H-5 to do more damage. Will there be shot once more?
Enemy gunners!
Pioneers are getting to work, but they're not looking too good or in sufficient numbers to do it quickly. And looks like he's pushing ahead here with the IC-152. Shooting up some trees that had already been felled. And an MG-42, by the way, here thrown out a window. But with no one to hold it.
Engineers ready.
And a Panther arrives here. Panzerkampfwagen 5 moves out here for Domingway.
We are ready to build it or blow it.
And there we go. Looks rather diminutive and out of place compared to every other armored vehicle on the field right now. But DanielID feels confident in his choice. Hoorah, comrades, in the mighty T-70. Slay the fascists. Overtake them with your vicious 45. Oh, shit. And there we go, the Panther rather rapidly reminding while DanielID's plan had a flaw or two in it. Plus the Panther Grenadiers. Mostly the Panther though. Victory points continue ticking down here. Looking rather close for either side. Quite the long fight too.
Territory secured.
You need the big gun. Target vehicle.
More smoke. I mean, they seem rather consistent in the smoke usage, which is nice actually. Sort of trying to cover up the victory points that way. Lovely work there. Lovely work. Definitely worthy of mention and praise there. Someone actually bloody well using smoke. IC-152 here, of course, using high explosive shells and shattering anything not covered in smoke. And a quick second running. Oh, getting this one retreat. More infantry getting pummeled. Mortar rounds going down. Veteran 2 for this mortar. This one getting about 39 kills. In service of Germany.
Incoming rounds! Man down!
More mortar rounds going down. Panther advancing. Another IC-152 available for DanielID. And a target here facing off versus the Veterans fleet conscripts and making them Veterans fleet paste in the road. And there got a second IC-152. That's quite a bit of heavy assault gunnage. Well, there's definitely a difference in force sizes as well. I mean, well, the axes are around 40 to 50, whereas the other side 70 to 80. There's a bit of a difference there to put it mildly.
200 points.
And there are now assault guns of rather different kinds and tanks, so sort of covering every spot more or less.
Down! Get down!
SU-55 is enough not to pulling the push here. I mean, he could actually take on that target now, I think, reasonably well. SU-55 then, there you go, SU-55 moving up. Nice hit there, closing in on that Veteran 3. And there you go, Veteran 2 on the IC-152. Bad news for any German in a vehicle or on foot.
We now have access to ISU-152 tanks.
A bit careless there by either, but in this case it ends up fighting Domingway more in the arse than the other side. There we go with Mark Bilken. Note the high rate of firing in this Panther is just going to go down. He's trying to repair it, but I ultimately have to say, rather poor timing to decide to repair it in. And now the Panther is heavy damage as well. Field gun to there, got Veterans in 3. Popping smoke. But there we go. One shot there, probably attacking ground, and the Tiger goes down. And that was just pretty much all of the heavy armor the Germans have for the time being. And now we're seeing a heavy Panzer Corps going up for Ginnungagap. Is it going to aim for Panthers? Looks like, oh, IC-152 down, went down here. Looks like to the Panzerschrecks. Looks like they're going to, there we go, finish it off. Quick rifle grenade there. MG crew sent scurrying away.
Awaiting command.
Bots are being fought over pretty hard. Ginnungagap has barely anything left now. X and Domingway still got plenty of manpower, but isn't using it for some reason.
Guard squad ready.
Come on, Domingway. Panzerwerfers again. How about some actual armour? I wonder. Over to Twister. Shock troopers, by the way, with a light machine gun. That's definitely banded. And a Panzerschreck. And we're seeing another Panzerwerfer. Well, I can't help but feel that the Germans now have given up if they're just adding Panzerwerfers when their issues are much bigger than just that. That is infantry support weapons. Pioneers hardly standing a chance at the burst of the shock troopers. More rockets, but again, I mean, it's not going to do something against some of the primary factors, which again are the 2 tank destroyers and the heavy assault gun.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
So not sure what they are thinking here. Again, my impression would be they've largely just given up and are just sort of messing about now. I could be wrong though, there might be something behind it, but it doesn't seem like a very sound something, if there is something. In particular, not blobbing around with ISU 152s and all that.
We are losing territory.
That would, in my opinion, be rather the different end of things.
The enemy is down to 100 points.
Might as well just speed this up a bit. Rocket's doing a bit of damage there, I suppose.
Infantry shooting at us!
Panzerwerfers pretty much being exclusive, I believe, to Panzer Division. There might have been some more mobile independent Werfer battalions, but otherwise, I believe that they were largely assets of the Panzer Divisions.
Capturing supply sector.
Compared to, say, the more regular Nebelwerfers, they were usually part of more independent assets and basically attached wherever needed.
Enemy forces are neutralizing
In what was known as Werferabteilungen or thrower battalions.
assault gun ready for action. The enemy has 75 points remaining. You appear suited for command.
Enemy fire!
Turbines up there, ISU 152 fires away.
We are bleeding, comrades!
In the ranks.
Yes, comrade. The enemy is encroaching
Just
on our
death
territory.
and destruction, it's utter chaos. More rockets
Our troops have been lost.
blasting up dirt and smoke. Trying to get the H-25 here, which just keeps on killing
Shock
and
troops
harming.
arrived.
More shock troops arriving. Apparently he actually lost a squad here.
We are losing
Interesting.
supplies to the enemy.
Full advance here, looks like the Germans still have some kind of confidence. They might even be able to get here, but there's a kind of constant on the way. Can they get it? Can they get it?
Enemy forces are
Constant doing
capturing
the
our
damage. They've got
supplies.
all of the rockets, missed the ISU 152 turns. They get the S-25, but not the ISU
We have
152.
lost one of our armored vehicles.
Not sure why they aimed for that. And I'll be noting even more Panzerwerfers. An awful lot of rockets here being unleashed upon their opponents.
Sturmovik close air support is available.
And Domingway still floating resources. I'm not sure what's up with that.
The situation is becoming critical. We have only 50 points remaining.
Well, at least he's sort of catching up in the damage department, but I mean, there's a clear difference on who did the most work in terms of actually killing something. I mean, he's not even killed half of what Ginnungagap has killed. In fact, he's only been keeping a 1-to-1 in the kill-loss ratio, which is not necessarily very good
Taking fire!
for a German, it is.
Standing by.
Enemy has broken our supply lines.
And overall, I can't say he's been making very efficient use of his resources, again, if he keeps floating that much for a larger part of the fight. So let's just beat this up. This is pretty much GG.
Close to defeat.
More tank destroyers and assault guns.
I fear we are losing.
Panther on the way, a bit late, and there you go. Hang on. There we go. GG, a loss there to the Germans, victory to the Soviet Union. Some nice play from both sides there again. I do feel Domingway was a bit the weakest player this match. I mean, he had the target ratio, but overall he made some not very good use of his commander. He was constantly flooding resources, which again, you know, I'm not really, you know, thinking, oh, that's totally amazing sort of thing there. So there's definitely some things there that could be improved from him. Plus, you know, he was lacking in infantry, and he kept getting Panzerwerfers when I can't help but feel, you know, something other than a Panzerwerfer might have been more successful, like, say, a Panther or a Sturmpanzer. Instead, he just kept getting Panzerwerfers in probably all the wrong times, to be honest. So that's definitely something you need to sort of maybe consider. Some more fuel caches could also benefit the Germans a bit, and I think, you know, a bit, again, better use of commanders and Ginnungagap, you know, going then for the heavy Panzer Corps for that. I mean, maybe one of them should have gone for the support armor corps, gotten some Panzer IV, something a bit more mobile early on, sort of run between everything. That's just a thought there, and certainly some elite troop training on some of the other units could have been a nice idea there from Domingway, just to suggest. I mean, the Surge played nicely. Twister could have perhaps done with the less snipers to try and set him up there for a quick Panzerwerfer barrage to sort of, you know, lose his men that way, but overall, I mean, they both played nicely. A few more mines, though, here and there could probably sort of prevented some of the blitz maneuvers we saw from the Germans, but otherwise been nicely played here. Some nice aggressive, nice combination, nice overall composition. Not Travian support units, had some infantry, mix of armor. We saw H-35s, we saw T-34s, we saw IC-152s. I mean, overall nice use there. Good use of ability, in particular marked vehicle proved to be quite valuable there, allowing to rapidly knock out Tigers and Panthers in very short succession. So really well played there, also knowing a howitzer there for Twister. So overall, nicely played there. The Germans again, also nice moves. Smoke. Some nice use of the mortar half-tracks by Ginnungagap. I mean, the overall really just tore into the Soviets. And had Domingway perhaps been able to sort of emulate that a bit better, they probably could have won, but sadly that was not to be. So, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did want to subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, you know, send in a replay and provide some feedback in the comments. That is always appreciated anyways. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.